Hi, YouTube family of believers. It's Daughter of the Most High. I'm hoping you're having a wonderful weekend. It's Saturday night. Just have a couple things I want to share with you. One is that a friend of mine messaged me on Facebook Messenger last night, and he and I have had this conversation before. And he said he commented something about everything that's going on in the world, and then I always say, well, it's the end times. And then he'll usually say, people have been saying that for years, and I don't know, and that kind of thing. Well, last night he actually said, I'm starting to see it. I'm thinking you're right. It is. So I actually called him on my way home, and we talked for a bit. And I told him I would forward the link to Dana Coverstone's, and I told him a little bit about the dreams, and then I said, I'll send you the link on Facebook. And then I messaged him today, and I said, did you watch it? And he said, no, part of it, but I fell asleep. And he said, I'm going to watch it tonight. Well, he did message me tonight, but I missed it. And when I did see it, I said, yeah, because he said, are you awake? And I said, yeah. And I thought, I'm always awake, I'm a night owl. And he said, well, I have to go to bed now, so can we talk tomorrow? And I said, sure. So I am so excited to talk to him tomorrow. And I, like we all do, we are praying for our friends to get this. I have very few Christian friends who will listen to the end times. People are too afraid to even educate themselves on this, and the thing is they need to, or they could fall into the trap of the enemy. The mark of the beast and one world order and everything. So I am very excited to talk to my friend. I am very excited to see the change in him, and I'm sure he's pretty alarmed, because when we all heard Dana's dreams at first, it was pretty scary stuff. So I hope to talk to him tomorrow, and then if there's anything particularly interesting, I'll share it with you in a video. So anyway, I'm glad to have at least one more friend awakened. He lives a state away from me, so I haven't seen him in years, but we do talk on the phone and message on Facebook. So I'm looking forward to that conversation tomorrow. Anytime somebody is awakened, well, saved or awakened to the times that we live in, isn't it exciting? I mean, it's so exciting when it's really hard to live in a world of people that are in so much darkness, and then other fellow believers that resist the end-time information. It's really hard. It's hard for me. So I'm grateful for the YouTube family, and I'm grateful that we have this platform to talk and share and message and make videos and all that kind of stuff. So I'm so grateful for it. The second thing that I want to share with you is, and I meant to share this before and somehow forgot, but I want to share it today. And it's, and perhaps some of you have seen this, it's Ken Peters, and he had a lengthy, detailed dream of the tribulation, and it's called Ken Peters, I Saw the Tribulation. And he actually got this dream in 1980, so it's 40 years old. And he's a young man at the time. In the video, not real young man, but, younger man. He's probably about maybe upper 60s or low 70s now. And he shares it on Prophecy Club 40 years ago. He had the dream in 1980, but I don't know exactly how much longer after that he recorded it. I'm not clear on that. But anyway, he does a fantastic job. He speaks well. He speaks clearly. He's articulate. He does a great job with it. The video is 2 hours and 21 minutes long. So it's lengthy, but in my opinion, it never even, how things get boring or long or whatever. It's so interesting. So don't let the length of the video throw you and make I'm not watching that, or at least watch like an hour or in 45-minute increments or whatever. But it's so interesting. I watch it like practically straight through. Now, I have not watched Ken's video for probably at least a year, and I have watched it at least 2 times all the way through. But I don't remember if he actually shares what he saw the mark of the beast to be. And I know there's some question around the mark of the beast, so I just want to mention that. Some people think it's a computer chip, and Ken said that what he saw was like a tattoo. And I'm going to show you that. It's in Stan's book, Mark Missed the Mark, and he talks about Ken Peters. He talks about Ken, he points people towards Ken's dream. He shares a little bit about it just because it's so amazing. We just, want people, more and more people, to be able to hear what God showed him. But I'm going to show you what the mark of the beast, as best I can in this book, look like to Ken. And this is in Stan's book, but it's Ken's information. So here we go. Let me see if I can... You see that? It's actually that it's a sun with a hand within the sun with the mark on the beast on the hand inside the sun. And it's on the web of the hand or the forehead. And I'll read you a little something that he says about it. Let's see. I met another individual. A very strange thing happened at this point. I was very excited, or he was very excited. And he said, have you got your identification mark? This is a man approaching Ken in his dream. I said, I don't know what you mean. What's an identification mark? And he said, they've just enacted a new identification mark. This started with a voluntary implementation at first. You did it voluntarily first. This man told me you ought to get yours done real soon to avoid the hassle. Because soon everyone, they say, will have to have this to conduct business, and we of course know that. It was located on the web of the right hand. It looked like the yellow sunburst of Mexico. It looks like a sun with a face in it. That's what this kind of appeared like. If you could picture in your mind the sunburst, and then all of a sudden, like a hologram, beams were coming out of it as its rays. Inside of this sun emblem, there was another palm and emblem in the web of the hand. So what he's saying is, when he was looking at it, that there was actually like hologram beams coming from it. So there's something very supernatural about this mark, and it is supposed to change the DNA of the person who takes the mark. And as we know in the book of Revelation, that it says that if you take the mark, hang on one second here. Yikes. Okay, I'm just trying to stop my video. If you take the mark that and have it removed, that even if you do that and have it removed, you will still end up in hell. If you take the mark, you'll end up in hell. So, and the reason why is because it actually changes us. And I have read where the DNA of Satan enters the person. They're changed by it. And so, again, we all hear like bits and pieces of this mark, and there is some confusion, or, maybe just differing information about it. But again, there's people that say that the mark is a computer chip, and it sounds like the enemy's DNA is implanted in that somehow. There's a supernatural element to it. But then the word actually calls it a mark, which makes it sound like a tattoo. So this is what Ken is sharing that he saw. in 1980 when God gave him the dream. So I guess we'll just continue to learn and grow and take in information. And we know whether it's a mark or a chip or it's anything, we're not taking it. We're not going to cave. We're not going to take it. And yes, we will suffer for it. Yes, big time. And it's just, we have to trust God. We have to trust God through that time. If we're here during that time, who knows, with a chain of events that are coming up, if we'll even be alive, if we'll live through that, or however the situation will go. But God will help us through. And whether I don't know about you, but I'm not comfortable getting anything anymore. There is so much going on. I don't want the vaccine. I sure don't want a computer chip, and I'm not getting a tattoo. So I'm not doing, or a tattoo of the mark of the beast. I'm not opposed to tattoos. It's just the mark of the beast tattoo, or demonic tattoos, of course. Just regular tattoos aren't a big deal. So that's what I wanted to share with you. I didn't know if you had heard of Ken Peters. I saw the tribulation, his teaching, or his testimony of that dream is so powerful. So when you get, again, it's going to be a little chunk of time, but it's worth it. It's so interesting. And if you do watch it and you have any comments you want to share, will you please put them in the comment section below, because I'd love to hear what you think. So anyway, that's all I have for tonight. Thank you so much for listening, and I always look forward to your comments. May I say, and this seems to be known on YouTube, that my own videos it'll say, 6 comments or 8 comments or whatever, and there's actually 3 or 4 or 5, and I don't know where they're going or why they're hidden. I had somebody like a few weeks ago say, somebody's removing my comments. I don't remove the comments unless they're, very disrespectful. But for some reason, that's a thing on Facebook, or on YouTube. It'll say 8 comments and there's 3, So, and I know other people have trouble with that too. So that's just a strange thing. And I like to see everyone's comments. So somebody said they go into a spam folder, but I don't even know where that is on here. So maybe somebody can share that with me too. But anyway, just wanted to share that much with you, and I hope that you're having a blessed weekend. Pray for our nation. Pray for the body of Christ on the earth. Pray for keep reaching out to your friends. You never know when all of a sudden, like my friend, all of a sudden he's starting to get it. And sometimes we get weary. We just think, I'm not saying it anymore. But I did anyway. I just said, it's the end times. And he said, I think you're right. And I thought, good, So I'm anxious to talk to him tomorrow. But enjoy the rest of your weekend and be encouraged. The family of God, we have a glorious future ahead of us. So, amen. Keep your eyes on the prize. Trust God through all things and just keep doing the next right thing. So anyway, have a wonderful weekend. God bless.